Hi, Laurentine Oracle. Hi. Okay. Everybody's, maybe I'm a little too early today. Hey, Tiff. How are you, gorgeous girl? Thank you for joining. I'm well. I'm well. Had a productive day. Didn't get everything done that I wanted to do, but sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's like that. Did you accept that job or you decided not to accept that job? I'm super curious. Hey, pretty Meech. Hey, pretty Meech. How are you? Oh, I'm so glad to have you here. No one is coming in on Instagram. So interesting. Interesting. Maybe they're coming in over here. Hey, pretty Meech. What's going on, girl? You still in what, Baltimore or Philly? I think it was Baltimore, right? I think it was Baltimore. YouTube is slower with the lag between what I'm saying and what you guys are seeing. Yeah. Okay. Cool. You're still there. How are the children? Hi, the tech chick over on IG. Hey, if you're meeting me on IG, come over to YouTube Psychic Zaya so that you can answer. You can get a live question reading. I'm drinking celery juice for the first time. Getting big. I'm pretty good today. I'm feeling really good. My energy is pretty good today. All right, Tiffany, come on in with your question. I got you again. If you're here joining me, hello, hello, hello. We're gonna let the room warm up a little bit over here in YouTube land. In YouTube land. But Tiffany, go ahead and drop your question, darling. I'm here. I see you. If you have a question, guys, go ahead and use the PayPal link at the top there. It's pinned to the chat, and send in the $25, and then drop your question in the comment section. If you're seeing me over on Instagram, come on over to YouTube. Come on over to YouTube. And as we begin to open up the service, I ask just that all my angels surrounding me and your ancestors who are coming in. Well, Tiffany, I was asking you, did you decide to take that psych ward job? Who all the angels and the highest angels come in and protect this space, protect my clients as we go live tonight. We go deep into the energy of the spiritual realms and to bring messages forth for people's highest selves and ancestors and the highest ascended angels. I ask that highest protection be surrounding me and my beautiful collective tonight as we go live, and all evil eyes, all evildoers, all not naysayers, and anybody here who doesn't mean us well, I ask that they be blinded, binded, and sent from this realm for all eternity. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and calling my highest ancestors. Oh. Yeah, Tiffany, honey, I saw you dropped $25. So go ahead and put in your question, my darling. Go ahead and put in your question. This is on YouTube. Okay, Terry Ann just dropped in. Hi, Terry Ann. Thank you. I see you. If you're joining me over on Instagram, come over to YouTube so you can drop your live questions. I keep Instagram open because I know a lot of you are used to me over there, but come on over to YouTube. Okay, so we have Terry Ann and we have Tiffany. We're waiting on a question or asking for a spirit message over on YouTube. Am I just not seeing y'all's questions? I don't have a moderator tonight. So if you guys are hearing me over on YouTube and you've paid, okay, Tiff, I see your question. And then Demetria Drummond. Okay, Michi, I see your, go ahead and drop your question. And Terry Ann, I know, has a question. Or you guys can ask for a spirit message. Okay, question number one from Tiffany. Hey, Zaya, it's Tiffany from Charlotte. Hi, darling. I want to upgrade to a 2-bedroom apartment. My corporate leasing agency company I'm used that I'm under closed, leasing offices underwear. Okay. Okay, that's fine, Tiffany. Just wear a lot of black tourmaline when you do that, okay? So you want to know, should you upgrade to the two-bedroom apartment my corporate leasing agency I use that I'm under closed leasing office is unaware. Go ahead and ask on that, Tiffany. There's a little bit of delay, so if you wanted to move by like April, I'm seeing that you might be pushed to June. But I do see you moving into a two-bedroom. If you don't move into the same building, it feels like they end up moving you to an even better building, Tiffany. So go ahead and do that because I see that you need that space. You need that space. Okay, Meech and Terry Ann, go ahead and drop your questions. Tiffany, you need to get the book, The Empath Survival Guide, and you need to read that book, my darling. Really understand how your sensitivity works, okay? I'm gonna close out of Instagram. Okay, yeah, Pretty Meech, I see it, my darling. Go ahead, I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on Pretty Meech and Terry Ann to drop their questions. Lizette, I see you. If you are putting in more than one question or you're paying for more than one question, please make sure that you just drop in the comments question one, question two, okay? Oh, your lease ends. Hi, Giselle. Hi, Jizzy. Okay, so once you send your money, guys, come on back to the comment section and drop your question. And just put the name that you're under on PayPal. Okay, the Exolit Kid, please go ahead and hit the tiny URL at the top, send in a $25 payment to PayPal. Okay, you got it. You got it, Tiffany. Tiffany, pick up that book, The Empath Survival Guide, okay? So I'm waiting on Pretty Meech and Terry Ann to drop their questions, and then Lizette. And then Lizette. All is well, Giselle. Thank you. How are you, gorgeous girl? Okay, come on in, Pretty Meech. Got you. As soon as you guys pay, just go ahead and drop your question in the comments on YouTube and just say, what name you paid underneath PayPal. If once you go past question one, you pay for a second or third or fourth question, just say paid question two, paid question three in the comments, okay? Okay, question. This is for Pretty Meech. Says, I applied for a new position and interview today. Do you think it's a good idea to take the position or wait for the next big opportunity? Pretty much here's how it works. If you take this new position, I don't see you staying as long as you think. I feel like you might only stay 6 months and then you go into a new big opportunity because a new opportunity, if I remember correctly, you work in banking and finance. I don't know if that's still true. But if that's still true, then you need to, that's fine. You can go for this new one, but I don't see you staying long. So make sure it's absolutely correct. Make sure that you're excited about it. Like if there's anything about it that you really don't like, Pretty Meech, then don't take it because better is on the way for you by December. Okay. Also, Pretty Meech, I'm hearing that you need to learn as much as possible about AI coach. You need to learn as much as possible about AI and how it's affecting banking. Learn that, Pretty Meech. That's going to help you a lot. The Axolot Kid, you dropped your question. What did you pay on PayPal? Tiffany, I see you're up for question two. Come on in. Oh, hi, Terry Ann. Okay, great, Terry Ann. Thank you. Um, if you guys want to ask a second or third question, just come on in and just say second question. Okay, Terry Ann, that's wonderful. Make sure you guys say the name that you paid on PayPal when you do your first comment on YouTube, okay? So Terry Ann says, hey, my love life is a mess. KB won't leave and NM have a hold on me. Okay, Terry Ann, so let's see. Terry Ann, I just did a reading Yeah, I just did a reading for you with this. Okay, yeah, you did. We did talk about your love life. Yeah, YouTube runs a little slow, guys. So, Pretty Meech, I already answered your question. Tiffany, I answered your first question. YouTube runs a little slow with what I'm saying and come back to you guys. They got to fix this shit. It's annoying. Again, you can ask a specific question or you can just pay at 25 at the tiny URL at the top at YouTube for PayPal and just say that you would like a spirit message, okay? I wonder if I can. I'm coming to you, Terry Ann, a specific question or spirit message. Oh no, I have to replace it. Okay, got it. Okay, Lizette, I see you there. Here we go, Terry Ann. As I said to you in the reading that you actually booked the full reading, you really have to release both of these people. um you're like, well, they won't leave me alone, but you keep rotating them because, Terry Ann, you're scared to be alone. I'm gonna go as far, and I hate saying stuff like this, but it's kind of true when you say the other one has a hold on you. And it feels like you guys have done some binding rituals there. So I don't know if you've had if you've had sex on your period or if you've made some promises to one another. But Terry Ann and M, definitely there you need to have a deep cord cutting happen for you. Okay. And you also need to sit and do some attachment style. You need to readdress how you attach. There's a book called Attachment Style. Attachment Style, New Adult Attachment, something like that. By author's last name Levine. I can't remember the whole thing, but you need to get that book, Terry Ann. Okay, that's where we're at. Okay, so I'm gonna go Tiffany's question number 2, and then I'm going to go to Lizette. Okay, question number 2 with Tiffany says, "When will my child's father?" Terry Ann, feel free to DM me on IG so I can give you a specialist to help you cut those cords on a deeper level, okay? Tiffany, question number 2. When will my child's father, CJE, reach out to me? We currently are not on speaking terms. I would like to have a conversation with him. Tiffany, I still don't see him reaching out to you. Maybe I'm hearing like June. It looks like you maybe have like a housewarming or some sort of summer barbecue. I don't know if you're celebrating the babies or a new job or something, but it looks like, or some sort of, or maybe you go to something his family has. Tiffany, it looks like you go to something his family has with the baby, and then you guys run into each other then, and then I see you having a real heart to heart, and then I just see him disappearing. I don't know if he gets like put away. I don't know if he moves away. So I do see you guys having a deep in-person talk in June, but it just happens to be because you go to this family's barbecue or whatever, and then he's also happens to be there. Okay, that was for Tiffany. Question number 2. Lizette, let's go into it. She says, question 1, and I think, Terry Ann, you dropped another question. Just say question number 2, question number 3 if you've dropped another question. Lizette says, question 1, I'm in the process of going back to school with the goal to get into law school and become a lawyer. Very good, Lizette. I love that. I love your growth. Every time you talk to me, you have growth. Will this be a successful path for me? Can I grow it into something stable and lucrative? Yes, Lizette, I see it's going to take longer. For some reason, I'm seeing a pregnancy coming up with you, Lizette, in the next 18 months. It feels like, Lizette, that you're dating someone on and off, and we've spoken over the years. I know that you were trying to go into a real estate business with someone, a few years ago. But be careful, Lizette, because it feels like whoever's in your energy right now, a masculine that's in your energy, does not want you to pursue this path, does not want you to be able to move forward. It could even be your daughter's father. Okay. Yes, I just started, Asia. Come on in. Come on in. It's very early. So Lizette, I do see this being a wonderful path for you. Yes, and I actually think you go into corporate law and real estate law, Lizette. So you really enjoy it. But Lizette, be careful of the men around you because there are men in your energy. It feels like actually more than one who do not want you to be successful. They do not want you to be financially independent. It also feels like, Lizette, there's something with your dad and you taking this path. So Lizette, be mindful of your womb, use your protection, and just be savvy about it. Mhm. Okay. So I got Lizette. I got Terry Ann's number 1. Terry Ann, go for your question number 2. If you're over, hi guys, if you're over joining me on Instagram, come over to YouTube. Come over to YouTube Psychic Zaya and drop your question. Pay the $25. The URL is up. It's a tiny URL going to PayPal, okay? Come on in. Bonnie Diamonds, yes, you can send them together. You can send the payment of $75 for the 3 questions and then drop them back to back. Question 1, question 2, question 3, okay? But just you can put them in one paragraph. Just say question 1, question 2, question 3. Go for it, Bonnie. That's fine. Terry Ann, it looks like you paid twice, so come on in with your second question. I'm drinking cucumber juice to try to protect my thyroid. I've noticed sometimes after these sessions, even now, the thyroid gets a little thick. And I've seen that with other readers with their thyroid and their weight, because the weight. Hello, if you're on Instagram. Hello, beautiful souls. If you're on Instagram, come on and join me over on YouTube so I can give you your $25 questions, $25 per question. You have the option of asking for a spirit message, or you have the option of asking a specific question. Come on in. As soon as you pay, go ahead and drop your question. Terry Ann, I see you paid twice. So just waiting on Terry Ann's question, and then I guess when Bonnie pays. If you guys could be so kind as to invite your friends, that would be helpful. Okay, Yvonne, I see you paid once. I just remembered with this tiny URL, you can only pay $25 at a time. So you can just, Yvonne, go ahead and pay another back to back. If you're joining me over on Instagram, come on over to YouTube, Psychic Zaya, so I can answer your questions. Okay, Yvonne, I see your second one. I see your second payment, Yvonne. Okay, Yvonne, I see all 3. Yvonne, I see all 3 payments. Thank you. Come on in with your questions. If you're joining me on Instagram, come over to YouTube. I'm doing live $25 questions at Psychic Zaya. Y'all throw me some hearts over on YouTube or something, please, so I know you guys are still here. I don't know why this is so slow. Okay, Kelly Bibbins. Thank you, my darling. Again, if you're just joining me, you have the option of a spirit message or a specific question. And if you're over on IG, come on over to YouTube, Psychic Zaya, and come on and get your question, your reading done. Hey, Native Mo Rising. If you guys are new to me on YouTube, just tell me your name that you paid under on PayPal, okay? Thank you for the hearts. Okay, everybody's seeing them now. Okay. This thing has a serious lag over here. I mean, this lag is like a good 4 or 5 minutes, it feels like. Maybe it's not that long, but. Make sure you tell me if you're on YouTube what name you paid under on PayPal, okay? If you're on YouTube, tell me what name you paid under when you drop your question. Once you pay, come on in. Just say, hey, question number one. Okay. Okay, Kelly, I see you. Thank you. Okay, so Vaughn, we're going to go for your 3 questions. 1, spirit message. 2, I'm going to take an exam for my license to be able to get practice in another state. What are some good days that spirit says I can sign up for it? Okay, that's wonderful, Vonnie. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm going to start with your question number 2. And then Vonnie, I think you're going to drop a 3rd question. So I'm going to do some good days. So some good dates for you, Vonnie, for you to take your license under is the 9th, 11th, or the 10th, the 19th, 20th, or 21st, or the 8th. Now with 8, you can also do that on a 26th as well, or a 17. Okay, for Vonnie. So those are the dates that will be really good for you. And if you have able to take it around at 2 p.m., they're saying even 2 p.m. will be fine. Vonnie, if you're going to take it anytime soon, June and July look best, and possibly May, but April and March, no. If you have no choice with taking April and March, be prepared that you may not pass it by 1 or 2 points, but you will pass it in June or July. June and July would be best, and if you can't get those, then May. Okay, Vonnie, or September. Okay, spirit message for Vonnie Diamonds. Okay, let's see what spirit wants to say here. Again, if you're over on IG, come over and join me on YouTube under Psychic Zaya so you can pop in your $25 question. Kelly, I see you. Okay, Kelly, I see you. So we're going to do a spirit message for Vonnie. Okay, Tiffany, I see you for your 3rd question. Come on in with your 3rd question, Tiffany. Vonnie, so I'm bringing board to your health. You had mentioned about some scalp issues, I think, the other week. And what I'm seeing, this is for Vonnie Diamonds, I'm seeing from spirit that this situation in your scalp is trying to become alopecia, but it's not a natural form of alopecia. There's something happening within your brain. Is it in her brain? And in her blood. Okay, so Vonnie, but it feels like something you can turn around, Vonnie. It is, I'm hearing something trichomonas. It feels like it's a parasite in your blood, Vonnie, that may be like at the back of the brain, the base of the brain, that's causing this. And I'm hearing that you may be feeling a lot of itching, or feeling like something is kind of squirming underneath your skin, Vonnie. And if that's true, that resonates, then you need to get to like a dermatologist and a herbalist. This is for Vonnie Diamond. So that's from Spirit. In the meantime, they're telling me that you're pulling in too much dairy and sugar to cut all. You need to go raw vegan, Vonnie, while you do a parasite cleanse. Okay, let's get that out of there because that is a parasite. This is for Vonnie Diamonds. Vonnie, let me type this in for you. I want to give you these. Vonnie Diamonds. Go to herbalist. Her name is Crystal Dula Yoga, something like that. Goddess Herbs. That's for Vonnie. And then what did they say? And then also do her parasite cleanse. This is for Vonnie. Okay. Okay, so now we're going into, and Vonnie, so I did 2 questions for you. You got to go ahead and drop your older 3rd one. Okay, Tiffany, I see your 3rd question. We're going for Kelly Bivens. Native Mo, I'm doing well. How are you? Okay, let's go, Kelly. Kelly says, will my son get recruited to play football in college, and will he get a good scholarship to play? Or do you see him going purely academic, no football route? That's a really good question, Kelly. Let's see. Oh, he's a big boy now, right? He's 17, 18? So this is interesting, Kelly. So your son gets presented with a few opportunities. I do see him getting recruited to play football college, but the scholarship is weird. Like it's not a good scholarship. It's funny that you mentioned a good scholarship. It's not a good scholarship. It feels like it's not really enough money the way they're doing it. It only seems like they're only willing to give him the scholarship for a two-year contract. So I do see him going to another school purely academic, but then he starts to play later at that school and gets another scholarship. And it looks like he gets recruited into the NFL, girl. Or some sort of maybe that foreign league they do, the other league. So that's for Kelly. So I see him getting an offer, not a great one with the scholarship. He goes another route academically, but then he ends up in football. So That's awesome. Okay, that was for Kelly. Okay, so Tiffany's the third question is should I be honest with my leasing office about the corporate leasing company closing? I'm just concerned because I want to upgrade into a 2-bedroom, but I have to give a 60-day notice. So Tiffany, answer this because I'm a little bit confused. I thought the corporate leasing was, why wouldn't the leasing office know about the corporate leasing company closing? That's what I'm confused with, Tiffany. So if you could clarify for me for that and how they're connected. Like if you already got a corporate lease, did you get the lease through your a job previously? I'm just confused. Either way, what I'm getting, Tiffany, you can still answer that and I can go deeper. I'm just getting, be honest. Yes, yes. To answer your question, Tiffany, actually, you don't even need to clarify it. It's fine. Yes, be honest. That's why I think you actually end up getting an even better place in another location. It seems like it gets better. The only thing I think is that the money's going to be higher, but I see you being fine. Kelly says, could that first be a junior college? No, Kelly, it's a 4-year college. Maybe, Kelly, maybe, but I'm getting mostly a 4-year college. Bonnie says, oh, could that first one that gives him the 2-year program? Okay, yes, Kelly, I see what you're saying. Yes, if the first one is, it's a college with a 2-year and 4-year programs, Kelly. That first one that wants to give him that scholarship that isn't that great. So yeah, it's something with a 2-year, and then I guess they have a partnership with another college where they can go 4 years. Okay. All right. So Tiffany, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. If you're over on Instagram, Bonnie, I'm coming to your third question. Super help. I know also the medical class. Yeah, Bonnie, please jump on that right away. Okay. If you're over on Instagram, join me on YouTube and the Psychic Zaya, where I'm answering $25 questions, psychic questions at a time. Let's go. Come on over to YouTube at Psychic Zaya. Okay. Thank you guys. Okay, Vonnie says, how do my parents really feel about my pending move? I feel like they're all, oh, Vonnie, they don't want you to go. They're going to miss you, but they don't want to hold you back because it's your life. And they know it's not fair to try to clip your wings. So they're scared. They want you there. They like having you. You have a really good family dynamic there. You guys really love each other. Yes, you have your differences, but they love you so much. Your dad, I see your dad crying a little bit. I don't know if he's your stepdad or it's an uncle, it's a father figure. And I see him crying because they really miss you. I don't know. I feel like you're close to him. I don't know if you guys like do rides together and like go fishing or something, Vonnie, but he's definitely going to miss you. What I would say for sure is when you do go, come back often, like put that budget on the side and say, okay, make sure you're there for every holiday, every birthday, at least for the first year. They might relocate to you as well, depending on, what's happening with everyone else back home. But they'll be okay, Vonnie. They don't want to clip your wings. But I do see a masculine figure, a father figure crying. I do. Okay. So we are waiting on. Nope. No. Oh, Terry Ann, I still haven't seen your second question, my darling. You guys throw me some hearts, 100 smiles or something on YouTube. Let me know you're still alive. Hey guys, over on Instagram, if you guys are hanging out over there, come on over to YouTube so I can answer your question. The tiny URL at the top is pinned up. Thank you for the hearts over on YouTube. I appreciate you guys. It says only 4 people on here. Hi, if you're just joining me over on Instagram, come on over to YouTube. Oh, Bonnie, that's your stepdad. Yeah, he loves you, girl. Yeah, it felt like a dad, but a stepdad, but like your dad. All right, come on in, Tiffany, with question number 4. Question number 4. Tiffany loves the live readings. Thank you, guys. I do enjoy them. They're quite nice. Yeah, Bonnie, he loves you so much. And it's like you guys have your own little world and your own little conversations, even separate from the rest of the family. You're his buddy, Bonnie. So he misses you the most. He will come visit you quite often. And involve him in your life. Do FaceTime with him, call him, check in, show up sometimes, just surprise them. But yeah, they do, but they don't want to hold you back. Erica, hey boo boo. Come on over to YouTube, guys. Come on over to YouTube. I'm answering questions over on YouTube. Tiffany, I see your number 4 question. Go for it. Okay, Tiffany, let's get you with a spirit message. Let's get you with a spirit message. I'm gonna. This is some Palo Santo I got from this really amazing Mexican witch girl, and like it's done, y'all. That's how good it is. It smells so good. I wish I could find her again. I found her at like this little like marketplace. Oh, okay, Terry Ann, you want a second message, a spirit message. Okay, I saw you paid for two. I didn't see that about the spirit message. So Tiffany says spirit message, and then Terry Ann. Okay, Terry Ann, let's go ahead and jump into it. I got to get my studio set up. Right now I'm working like in the hallway of my living room. Okay, so let's go for Tiffany spirit message. Let's see what spirit wants you to know. Tiffany spirit message says you're doing really well as a mom. You know, you're a little hard on yourself as a mother. You're doing so well. And that your ancestors are very proud of you, Tiffany. You've brought in some ancestors. So if I think you said you have a daughter, if your daughter sort of reminds you of someone or she looks like someone from the family, then your ancestors on both sides, Tiffany, want to let you know this is an ancestral message for you, Tiffany, that they love you, they appreciate you, and they said call on them more if motherhood gets a little hard or a little exhausting, but you're doing really well, and they want you to protect your emotional space, Tiffany. They said they're helping you heal from any childhood issues, any issues where your heart was broken, any issues where your womb was, tampered with or anything like that, Tiffany, that they love you and they're healing you in the astral realm. So when you go at night, go to bed at night, you can tell them what you want them to heal you on. You know, I see you literally in a white gown and like a hospital room, but like surrounded by crystals, and like 10 of your ancestors are there and they're just healing you, sending you beautiful white light. So Tiffany, your ancestors are there, my darling. Okay, that was an ancestral message. They're very proud of you. They love you and they said you have our honor, Tiffany. Peace. Ashe. Ashe. Okay, Tawana Robinson, thank you, my darling, for asking how you can pay for a reading. It's at the top. You see the pinned comments? Okay, Asia, come on down. Glad to have you. You see the pinned comments? There you go at Tawana. You can pay that way. I think you were the young lady that found before. Yeah, that is a beautiful message. Thank you, Jasmine M. Thank you for the love and support, my darling. Okay, come on in, Terry M. We're going in for your spirit message. Let's see what the spirits want to say to Terry Ann tonight. What's the spirit message? All right, Terry Ann, here we go. You know, this one's a little bit bold. This is going back to, hi, Pierre Robinson. This is going back, Terry Ann, to these men. Terry Ann, my darling, I don't know what kind of golden womb stuff you got going on there. This is for Terry Ann, okay? Both of these men have binded you to them, Terry Ann. So, you know, I'm just going to say this. I have to tell you guys, I try not to talk too much about some of the shadow things that happen in spirit. But if you're a woman and, you know, you're with a man, I can see if it's your husband, but now I don't even know if I agree with this anymore. But you definitely don't want to have sex with men on your period. As soon as you have, or even if you're a lesbian, as soon as you have that type of intimacy with somebody on your period, that's a bind. That's a bind, okay? Yeah, Terry Ann. So I don't know if you be running red lights with these dudes or whatever, and I'm sure if you've been with them long enough, you probably, you know, or at least the main guy. But both of them have a bind on you. That's why you like, yo, I feel stuck. I feel like I can't get out of it, and I feel like I'm just bouncing between these two. Terry Ann, you need to DM me or email me, and I'll give you the name of a particular type of spiritualist. Just say I'm not gonna say all that right now because I don't like people to know what all I know because I got a lot of eyes over here be looking and creeping. But Terry Ann, you're gonna have to do some heavy cord cutting with both of them because they both have you binded. Like I'm seeing you bound like this on one here, one there in the astral realm. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that's you. I see. Okay, Pretty Meech. I see you, Pierre Robinson, Tawana Robinson. Got two Robinsons here. Okay, so Pretty Meech. I see this is going for number 2. Waiting on Pierre Robinson and Tawana. Okay. Yes, okay. That's fine, Pierre and Tawana. Go ahead and drop your questions. Oh, I see what you're saying, Tiffany. I see. Let me lean into that. Tiffany, I'm getting, you know what, feel it out. Like go in person and just kind of sit with your intuition on the day of. You're very intuitive, Tiffany. And if the person in front of you seems like they're not going to be receptive or give you a problem, but I see that they'll just continue to run to you. So Tiffany, you can choose to be honest, or you could choose to kind of feel the person in front of you. The only thing I see is you might have to pay some other fee that the corporate company may have paid for you. It feels like $600. So be prepared to pay for some fee that the corporate company may have paid for you, but they are aware that that corporate company has closed. They are aware of that. They just haven't gone back in time to see who's all underneath those leases. Okay. That was for Tiffany. Oh, Miss Newmig. Yeah. Running red lights. You guys look. Okay. Tawana, you paid for 2 questions, my darling? No, I see 1. So go ahead, Pierre Robinson, and then Pretty Meech with your second question. Oh, Pretty Meech, you want a spirit message. Okay, let's go for it. I gotta figure out how to do this once these rooms get bigger, because trying to keep it like this is just hard. Let's see what Pretty Meech wants to do. Move it. Okay, Pretty Meech. This message is for Pretty Meech. Hi, Pierre. Come on in with your question, my darling. Thank you. Go ahead and pay. Go ahead and drop your question, Pierre Robinson. I got your payment. Pretty Meech, what I'm hearing is when it comes to your career, slow down a little bit. And what that means is it feels like you're on a really fast track, but and you're not bad at what you do, but it feels like you had one idea. This is for Pretty Meech. You had one idea of how you wanted your career to be, what you really wanted to do. And it feels like you're going so far down, not necessarily the wrong path, but an alternative path that it might not hit you back for another 5 years where you look up and say, shit, I didn't really want to, this isn't really where I was trying to go. Because like the offers come in, they feel really good and you're making it happen and you're making it happen. And then you look up and say, this is not where I really wanted to go. So Pretty Meech, Spirit is saying, go back to the drawing board and really look at the 10-year plan. What do you want to be involved in? What status do you want? What title do you want? What companies you want to work for? You need to go back to your blueprint and go back and see what's changed, Pretty Meech. So they're saying slow down on accepting the offers and job hopping and moving around and going up the ladder, because you're going to end up somewhere that's not bad, but it's not quite what you wanted. And it feels like in 5 years you might be stuck because you're so high up and so specialized that you can't kind of move around, and you won't be able to take a break or take a downgrade in payment. That's another thing Pretty Meech is saying. As you get more money, do not live up to, I feel like you're very good with your money, by the way, Pretty Meech, but don't start living up to that standard. You know what I mean? Keep your standard as is. You can get yourselves a few gifts and the kids, but don't go high, because it feels like you may have to move around. And if you have to take a pay cut because you want a better opportunity, then you'll be able to do that. Okay. 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 Thank you, Jazz M. Each question is $25 and the URL is here. Okay, so we got Pretty Meech done, her spirit message. Kelly, I see you came in for the second one. Okay, so Tawana. And if you guys are paying for a second question, please put question number 2. Kelly, I see you coming in with second question. So Tawana says, what would happen to my job, natural or spiritual? How many can I? Tawana, you can ask as many questions as you want. There's $25 per question. Just pay again and then just say question number 2, question number 1. Okay, question number 3. Okay, we're coming in. Asia, the type of bind that Terry Ann has on her, she's going to need a specialist. A spiritual bath will not get it. It will not get it. And also, unless you're someone that's really, really, really good at this, you need a spiritualist. Tawana says, what happened to my job, natural? What happened to my job? How many can I ask? Tawana, I'm not sure what your, natural or spiritual. Okay, Tawana, I get what you're saying, because I think you were the young lady that said you lost your job. Well, Tawana, it seems like your ancestors moved some things out of so it does feel spiritual, Tawana. Something's going to this is for Tawana Miles. Something's going to happen at your job. I don't know if they're going to have a fire or a raid or somebody shooting people. But yeah, Tawana, you were moved out of the way by your ancestors. You have a lot of heavy ancestors, Tawana, and I feel like you're also someone who's quite gifted psychically. I feel like that's not new to you. You come from a line of very powerful people. So Tawana, you were moved out the way. You'll hear about it in about 6 to 18 months. Something weird is there, Tawana. So that was for your benefit, okay? All right, so we're going for Pierre Robinson. We're going for Pierre Robinson. Okay. Um, okay, Shane, thank you. I will give you a spirit message. Let's see. Go for Pierre Robinson. Question: why did Stan act all funky with the house he sent me on Halsey? He sent it to me to sell, then I sent it out to buyers, then Stan flipped them. He said I was lying to him, trying to cheat him. Oh, that's weird, Pierre. Pierre, when I get some money, I'm gonna come to you to get me a house in New York. Why did Stan act off on? He said, Stan. Okay, Pierre, honey, Stan is bipolar. I'm not judging anybody with mental health sensitivities, but sometimes people have mental health sensitivities and they're not on medication. Their pride and the ego gets in the way. Stan has mental health sensitivities. He is bipolar here, and you caught him on a weird day where maybe he wasn't doing his medication. I'm also hearing that he's having severe financial issues, and he is lashing out on everybody. Okay. What I would do is, if you can give him back that project, Pierre, if you haven't gone too far, I would give it back to him, and I wouldn't do no other work with him if you can help it. Or if you do, I would have a mini contract each time. You're giving me this house written and send it to whoever the bigger boss is. But that guy is way out on, he's underneath a lot of pressure and he's taking it out on you. Okay. That was for Pierre Robinson. That was your first question. Okay, Shane C, let's go. You're going here for a spirit message. Okay. Okay, Kelly, I'm coming back for your second one as well. So Shane, we're going for your spirit message, your first one. Let me clear that energy. If you're over on Instagram, come on and meet me over on YouTube so I can answer your psychic questions. It's $25 a question. It's $25 a question. Going for Shane, a spirit message. Going for Shane, a spirit message. Shane, if you can hear me, are you still living with your father and your brother? Shane, what I'm seeing is an infection in your daughter's throat. I forget how old she now. She should be 3. So Shane, I'm concerned about an infection in her throat that's like moving into her lungs. And Shane, I want you to have your baby girl checked for any sort of SA abuse. Okay, I want you to, because we talked about your brother at the house. I remember that your stories always stay with me, and I know your mom is here a lot. So Shane, I want you to have her checked for any SA abuse, the baby, throat, and rectum and vaginal area, and I want you to go check out her throat. Okay, Shane, if you're not out of that house yet, we got to get you out of there. We got to get you out of there. I think I gave you some rituals, but we got to get you out of there if you're not out of that house. All right, Tiffany, I see. Kelly, we're going for your second question. Okay, so Kelly says, well, now I'm losing my job again. How long do you see it before I find another job? With my son graduating, I can now relocate. Oh, okay, great. So yeah, so you won't have to stay in Ohio. Okay, well, that's an upside, Kelly. Okay. Okay, yeah. Tawana, that was good for you, my darling. That was really good for you. Don't worry, you'll get another job real quick too. You're gonna get 2 job offers, Tawana. Okay, so Kelly says, where do I see you so Kelly, very quickly, so Kelly, here's the deal. Kelly, you also need to look up becoming an AI consultant, study with Alicia Little. Here's why you need to do this, Kelly. And I know you hate entrepreneurship. I'm not telling you to be an entrepreneur, but Kelly, with marketing, AI is right in there. You guys, this is like a hard time to be psychic, but maybe one of the best times to be psychic, because they're planning like 1929 again. Okay. Like severe financial depression. But anybody that works in marketing, anybody that can move into AI work, AI consulting, then will be absolutely spend this time getting training in AI. I just dropped Alicia Little's info. Kelly, you need to take her certification. people are getting paid $2,500 to $3,000 an hour just to do 60-minute seminars with big and small companies. Okay, Kelly, I see offers coming in from New York, from Philly, from California, and from Maryland. Kelly, what I would say for you, don't really focus on the relocation. Focus more on where you want these next 5 years to take you. Is the organization. There's going to be a lot of hiring, Kelly. So only move to a place where you feel like you can get other opportunities and you want to be there. But Kelly, if you can take your marketing background, add an AI training into that, the sky is the limit. That's what I would tell you. Okay. So Shane, you moved out. Okay. Kelly number 2. Who do we have here? Tiffany number 5. Okay, you moved out, Shane. That's good. Shane, I want you to get her checked though. Asia, I see you, my darling. I see you, darling. Oh, Asia, go ahead and send in your payment. Shane, I want you to get her checked. Because especially if you have to bring her back over there, or maybe I know she's at her dad's. I don't think it's nothing going on with her father. I want to be clear on that, Shane. But if he's got a lot of people around him and men around him, and we talked about his, he's got a whole lot of things going on. You got to be real careful when you have babies. If I ever have any kids, they're not going to leave my sight. I'm just going to keep them with me. I'm going to keep them strapped to my inner thigh, even if they have to bathe. We bathe together, okay? Okay. So we're going into Tiffany's fifth question. Okay. Kelly, try the AI route and go with Alicia's program because you get a certification. She trains you, and then the graduating program is that she puts you in front of companies that are looking right away. And AI and marketing, baby, don't get no better. That's where the money is, okay? All righty. Tiffany says, what is in store for me and DJL? Tiffany, honey, you're killing me with Yvonne. I see your next question. Go for your 5th question, Yvonne. It's fine. Thank you. Or your 4th question, Yvonne. Thank you. So, Tiffany, you're going to keep running me down with these same questions. I'm going to take your money if you're going to keep doing this, okay? I'm going to keep answering it over and over again, Tiffany, till I get tired. Nothing is happening for you in this DJL person, okay? Not really anything. I don't really see. I see you guys messing around. I still see that possible pregnancy with that guy or that other guy. You still have to be careful. It's still the same. So, Tiffany, you're kind of running behind people who aren't worth your time or your energy. You've got to, I want you to work on raising your own vibration. As we raise our vibration, we'll be attracted to different things. We'll be aligned with different things, Tiffany, okay? You keep kind of running around these same individuals, and it's a waste of your time and your beauty and some of your best youth. You know what I mean? Don't waste these years, honey. Try to get with someone that wants something, but you yourself have to decide what you want. Again, if you're over on IG, come over to YouTube where I'm answering questions. $25 per question over on YouTube at Psychic Zaya. So Tiffany, it's the same thing I saw before. It's what you make it. He's not the better option. I'm just concerned that if you do end up, having a second lover, that you won't know who the baby is from, and that will cause problems, okay? Okay, Vonnie, come on in. Vonnie, number 4 says, feels like something is about to go down at my current job, and it won't be beneficial to me. What is Spirit's take on this? Okay, wonderful, Kelly. Kelly, I see you really loving California. I see you liking New York, but Kelly, if you move to New York, you need to live in Jersey City or just right across the bridge, Kelly. I don't see you being happy right in the middle of New York City. I see you, maybe if you move to Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy, Kelly, you would like it, but not in Manhattan, okay? So let's see what's happening with your job here, Yvonne. This is just how I clear energy sometimes. I have many ways that I clear energy. Okay, Shane. She's sick with the flu, so maybe I'm seeing flu then. Maybe because I'm seeing something where it's like her throat is really, so keep getting her checked, because I know a lot's going on in America. It's funny, all these diseases are in America. They ain't there. I don't see them nowhere else. Nowhere else. So maybe she's getting the RSV with it or something. Okay, Asia, I'll come back to that. So Vonnie, let's see what's happening. Damn. It seems like, Vonnie, wherever you work, I don't know if it's a chain or a private pharmacy, or if it's a pharmacy connected to something else, but it feels like what's happening is there's a corporate buyout. There's a corporate buyout and it's almost finalized, Vonnie. And when they do it, they're not going to give you guys any heads up. They're just going to send you guys an email. You may find you can't even get into the office, like everything is closed or locked. It's real fucked up. And that feels like it could happen as soon as the end of this month, Vonnie, but definitely by June 1st. So you're right. You are feeling something. You'll be okay though, because it looks like you'll find a way to get, you'll get another job, but that's what's happening, a big corporate buyout. And the way they're going to cut you guys is real fucked up. So get ready for that, Vonnie. Just get ready for that and make sure that you have all of, whatever you need to have a better experience when you're job searching. Okay. Okay. Okay, Pierre, thank you so much. I see your second question, Pierre. Thank you. So Pierre says, so I guess, so let me lean into that for you, Pierre. Okay. For Pierre Robinson, let me lean into that. Asia, Asia, did you send your question, Asia? Asia, did you send your question? I don't see it, my darling. You guys throw me some hearts on YouTube so that I can know that you guys are here and you're hearing me. Asia, I don't see a question. You said something with AI, but I don't think that's your question. Pierre, should you try to sell this house? Here's what I'm going to tell you, Pierre, because I see it's an expensive house. It feels like a brownstone or like a townhouse or like a dual home. It looked like some good money, Pierre. This guy is off his rocker. I'm going to say if you can take the financial L, I would do it. I would just step away. This is for Pierre Robinson because this guy is going to get worse and worse. He's also having some mental health illness. There's something going on with his system. It's systematic. So Pierre Robinson, MB, I don't really do Cash App. It's been a little bit weird with Cash App, but you can try it. I think that's my Cash App. That's my Cash App, MB. But it's been weird, so I don't know. It's been sending me back stuff. Okay, Jazz, go ahead and send PayPal. Oh, thank you, Jazz. Pierre, if you can get out of it, let's get out of it. If not, I would get a contract written because him calling you a liar and doing weird shit. I would only sell it if you can get him to say, hey, she's able to co-sell this or whatever the situation is, signed, and then get a third party witness to sign on it. If you cannot get that, Pierre, come out of it because it feels like this guy goes, he's also jealous of your success and your looks, Pierre. I guess people really, you're very likable and very approachable. So I feel like he's jealous of the way that people react to you, Pierre. Okay, Monique, I see you, darling. Come on in here. So Monique, come on in with your question. I see you. Thank you. So Pierre, what I'm seeing is get the contract. If not, this guy is going to, what he'll do is he not only will try to attack you like one-to-one, but it feels like he's going to try to spread very dangerous and decisive rumors about you, Pierre, or that's going to affect your career long-term. So if you can come out of it, fine. If not, write it on paper, okay? Real estate is slow in New York right now. Should I try to concentrate on my creative acting, singing, writing for more success? I see you doing well with the writing, Pierre. I feel like you have some work that you've been sitting on for a very, very long time, Pierre, that would be very well accepted right now, and that you should try to sell to the streaming service. So Amazon is coming up first, okay? All right, Pierre. So I gave gave you two questions there, two and change, because that was actually three, but we'll flow with it. Okay. Asia, I'm still waiting on your question. Monique, I did get your 25, so we're waiting on Asia. Number one. Monique, I'm waiting on your question. Number one. Pierre, I answered two questions. You got a little extra there. Thank you, Kelly. So Asia, when you had mentioned the AI, so what I was saying about AI, artificial intelligence, it's just where companies are spending their money, right? They're trying to slash their budgets. They're trying to speed up and be competitive. So anybody that knows anything about AI, right? If you know how to use the software, if you know how to do the prompting, if you know how to crunch work down, it's crazy what can be created. Like I went to Alicia Little. She teaches people how to be AI consultants, where AI consultants right now are getting paid $2,500. And the thing is, they want you to be someone who is relatable and can keep it simple. They don't really, companies need people who can speak to people. They don't want these like corporate buttoned up people. That's like the more personality. And if you have a background in a particular industry, like marketing or any industry really, but definitely like a marketing or finance or healthcare or real estate or hospitality, these industries loan themselves very well, the travel industry, to AI because it's so much paper crunching, it's so much data crunching, it's so much creativity. So AI really does come in and do a lot. Okay. All right, Pierre, you had me. Okay, Monique says, what's going on in my workplace? Monique, are you still with Chase? Thank you, Jazz, and I appreciate it because I don't have a moderator tonight, so I really do appreciate it. MB, you're not with Chase? Okay, MB, where are you at now? If you don't mind saying the place you're at now, I just want to lean in a little bit deeper for you. I remembered Monique, I remembered your storyline after we got off last week. Again, if you're over on Instagram, come on over to YouTube so I can answer a question for you for $25 each question. Come on over to YouTube. Hello, IG. Come on over to YouTube. Okay, MB. Okay, Tiffany. Okay, MB, you're at a tech company now. Okay, so Chase didn't work out. Okay, Pierre, I think you're sending me a third one. Pierre, are you sending me a third one now? I see it. MB, so you're at a tech company. Okay, so Chase did fall through. Okay. MB, bring your question back. So you're saying you're at a tech company. That's fine, Monique. So let's see what's. Oh, Monique, your company that you're with, I don't know if they're a startup or if they're under like a bigger company and are kind of act as a startup. But Monique, what I just saw is they did not get their next round of funding, Monique. They did not get their next round of funding and they are flatlined. They are out of money. They are only have enough cash, including payroll, but not including rent, woo, or their servers or whatever. They don't have it past June 30th, Monique. So this might be another organization that just shuts down. You try to log in or show up or whatever, however they have you guys come to work. And they are not available, Monique, and they are scrambling for funding. So that's what I got. So Monique, even if they are under another company, because it feels like they're a startup underneath another company that is well funded, that tech company. And if it's not a startup, they've run some part of it like a startup where they're always like pumping for money, hustling for money. So Monique, what I'm getting is they don't have it. So Monique, you need to start looking. You need to start looking. Monique, you would do really well as an AI consultant yourself. I'm going to just tell you guys the money is in AI consultant work. I'm going to get Alicia to send me a look up. You would do well as that, Monique. That's where you should go. Okay. Yeah, Pretty Meech. Pretty Meech works in banking. A lot of jobs are real iffy, like a lot of things are real iffy. A lot of things. Okay, so Asia said question number 1. This is for Asia. Monique, I answered your question. Asia says question 1, when will my financial improve to where I'm bringing in money to where I can move and take care of myself? I was thinking of going to Mexico for 5 months. Okay, Asia, that's great. So Asia, this is going to kind of link into what I had mentioned to you the other week. So Asia, I definitely see if you did start to tap into tarot, there's so much money in like the one of the biggest industries that's going to blow up over these next 20 years, and we're in the age of Aquarius, all these things, is the space of metaphysics, is the space of herbalism. Anybody that's doing anything in metaphysics, natural medicine, we're taking it back to ancient times, people. We're going back to the past, even as artificial intelligence moves forward. Basically, artificial intelligence is going to replace all the things that were taken from us as natural humans. Clock it. That's a deep thought. Not to trying to be like one of those 90s cypher rappers, but like a lot of the ways that we live now are against nature. And I love technology. I like a tall, big building, but they're against nature. So as we as humans go back to nature, as we go back to who we are, our true humanity, spiritual humanity, artificial intelligence will take over all the things that are not of nature. Because the matrix wants to keep itself going. The matrix is anti-nature. Okay. So Asia, if you focus on becoming a reader, you could have the life that you want. I have traveled around the world as a reader. I have been to over 25 plus countries. I've lived on 3 out of 7 continents. I have been over to countless cities, towns, and villages just doing psychic work full time. Nothing else. I do writing now. Okay. So I see, Asia, that you should really look into that. That's going to give you, you said, I'm not trying to live with them. Their energy is negative. You're asking me, I think, 2 questions at the same time, Asia, so you would have to submit a second payment. But I do see you financially improving your life doing spiritual work, Asia. That's the true answer. Or look into becoming an AI consultant, Asia. You would do well with that as well. I would say focus on bringing your money up and then focus on moving somewhere else, or start these. You can do either one of these opportunities in Mexico. You would do well in Mexico. I'm in Mexico. Look at Playa del Carmen. Look at Tulum. Look at Mazatlan. Mexico City is a little high. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Pierre. I appreciate it. Okay. All right, Asia, we got your first question coming in. I don't think I'm missing anyone. I think I've got everyone. If you guys want to come in for a 3rd, 4th, or 5th question, feel free to do so. Okay, so MB, that's what I was saying. I was getting that conflict. She's saying it's a publicly traded company. That's why I said if it's not a startup, they run it like it. Somehow something is going on with their funding. So it could be a publicly traded company, and the division that you work in or whatever project you're on is something where that money is moved from somewhere else, and that money that was moved in there to funnel them is not happening. I'm going to be honest with you guys. A lot of things that we've depended on in America, especially in America, a lot of things that we've depended on, a lot of systems, a lot of companies, organizations, that stuff is done. And, it's an orchestrated effort. If you're just joining me on Instagram, come over to YouTube. I'm at Psychic Zai, where I'm answering psychic questions $25 at a time. $25 at a time, okay, for per psychic question, okay? Come on in. And if you want a 2nd, 3rd, or 4th question, go ahead and feel free to send the money to the tiny URL, which goes straight to my PayPal. If anybody's wondering what I'm drinking, this is cucumber juice. I've been looking up things to kind of heal the thyroid. What I've noticed is when I do readings, whether they're live or on the phone, email, not at all, because I'm not extending my energy, or I don't know if it's the talking with the energy, but what happens is like my TSH levels go lower in the thyroid. And so then it starts to jazz. Yes, it's definitely orchestrated. If you know, you know. So then I started getting like a goiter, like it starts to push out too much. Like it's trying to, so I was reading like, what can I take naturally to kind of boost my TSH3? So my angels told me cucumber juice and to slip it very, very slowly as I'm doing this. All right, come on in with some more questions if you got them. What time did I get started? Okay. Been on over a little an hour. If you're over on IG, come on and join me here on YouTube at Psychic Zaya to get $25 per question. Yeah, so that's what I want to talk about. I meant to open up with that. We have a lunar eclipse, either lunar eclipse of full moon in Virgo tomorrow, the 13th or the 14th, depending on where you're located. So that means you can do your rituals on the 13th, 14th, and 15th. And then on the 15th, we have, I think, is it Mercury moving into Aries, Mercury going retrograde in Aries. Don't quote me, I forget. But this month, I always try to like temper when I'm giving you guys a heads up. I don't want to cause fear or panic. So I'm always very careful with what I say. Sometimes that's why I'm like stuttering or like start like itching and pulling my hair because I'm like, I'm like, I'm like, okay, I don't want to like mess up their nervous systems. I want to be a responsible guide. But this month, March 2025, is kicking off an orchestra of cosmic chaos. Okay. 2025 onward for the next 4 years, it doesn't matter who's in that White House, it's going to be a doozy. So please start paying attention to these astrological movements. Start meditating on the best way, the kind of altars you can set up. I put in an email like some altars. I gave you guys the information on Instagram. Go back and look at my earlier post about some altars you guys can start doing. You want to start working with the energy of these cosmos. But I will say this is not the time to get any cosmetic surgery. If you're thinking about getting a cosmetic surgery, if you can hold off to like, April, May would be great. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And then also Venus is also in retrograde in Aries until the end of the month. So right now, this is just, expect that you may have a lot of arguments with people. Hi, Tawana. I see you go for your second question, Tawana. You may have arguments with people, breakups, makeups, old exes may be flying by, because Aries is a very temperamental, hot-headed sign, especially if it's in the South Node. And Aries in their South Node is like pretty much Satan's buddy. Okay. Aries in their North Node is like someone you want on your team because they're such an executioner and such a warrior and such a leader. But yeah, great Jazz. She's doing her shadow work. So this is the time that you want to be careful. You want to be mindful. Do not wear a lot of reds or golds. Wear a lot of whites, neutrals. Think 3 times before you speak. Be careful about doing any, like, again, cosmetic surgeries. Also, with this Virgo coming in next tomorrow being the full moon, this is a good time to start reassessing your health goals. Great time to start a detox. Anything that's going to get you healthy and focus on your health. Tomorrow, 13th, 14th is a great time to do it. And then you can use the energy of Aries and Venus and then Mercury, especially if you're talking about doing a detox. I'm just, you know what I mean? Like, that's a great time to get your look together, get your summer body ready. Okay. Oh, okay, Asia, I got you. You want to know like kind of closer? I'm seeing September, Asia. I'm seeing September, Asia. What I really want you to focus on is the areas of career change that I'm telling you to go into. That's because once you start getting that money, you're just gonna be gone. Either way, Asia, you're gone before June of 2026. I see you on the road at the latest, Asia, by 2026 June. The only reason why there might be a delay, Asia, is like it might be a family member that gets sick or a friend that gets sick that you decide to go help. And it works because they don't charge you rent. You just need to be there to help them. I was like, okay, so where can I move before December? Yeah, Asia, start in Mexico. Start in Mexico. That's fine. Do a 6-month tourist visa in Mexico. Pack light and travel around. Tawana, okay, says, I have not been feeling good since my common law spouse passed away in 2020. And grief, stressing and fighting with mental issues, anxiety, and fighting with my kids. And I don't think it's natural. Okay, Tawana, I see. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, we're going in for Tawana's second question. Asia, honey, tarot feels good, but if you have another question, Asia, I will need you to submit another payment, okay? I want to honor everybody and myself and my energy with the questions. So Tawana, what I feel like you're saying is, so your common law passed away in 2020. So Tawana, some of it is just, it is still sadness and lingering grief, but Tawana, in general, you need to cleanse your energy and cleanse your home. It just feels like you've been sad for so long. So it's like a spirit of sadness in and around you. Tawana, if you have anybody that that does Reiki, or DM me on IG, Tawana, and I'll send you a spiritualist in Atlanta. But you definitely need to cleanse your home and do spiritual baths. And then Tawana, you also may need to get a therapist to help you with grief because you have not gotten past that grief. So it's like you need a grief counselor, Tawana, okay? But Tawana, I do see things getting better for you at the beginning of 2027, but you can push that timeline up to summer of 2025. If you get a grief coach, you start taking spiritual baths, start hitting your house with that sage, wiping your floors down with ammonia, bringing Psalms 91 every night. And then also, Tawana, going out and working out more. You're kind of sitting home a lot, eating a lot of sweets and sugars and bad food. And Tawana, you have this victim mentality sometimes where you're just like, woe is me, and this happened, and this happened, and this happened. But it's year 5. So it's like, things do happen and they are fucked up, but you can't sit in that energy. Okay, that was yours. That's your question. That's for you, Tawana. Yes, that is for you. Okay, so you're gonna need to do a spiritual cleanse, Tawana. take some spiritual baths. And if you DM me, Tawana, I'll give you the name of a spiritualist who can clear some energy as well. Okay. Asia's focus on tarot. Tatiana, I see that you submitted a question. Come on in. Again, if you're watching me on IG, come over to YouTube so you can submit your $25 question, or you can ask for a spirit message, okay? Okay, Tatiana Stringer. Hey, peace, girl. Wants to know, should you go into business with this new partner? I got a yes or no on that, Tatiana. So let's see what this is. What I'm getting, Tatiana, they're saying take it super slow, Tatiana. You need to do one small piece of the project in like a 3-month increment and then decide after that. It feels like on the surface you both get along, but when you get into the nitty gritty of it, you find that you're going to have to work through your differences. And if you can't work those differences out in the first 3 to 6 months, you could do even a 6 months contract, then you're going to have to part ways. It does look like you guys can work out your differences, but what I see is you being like, yo, I'm not sure I still want to do this with this person because you don't necessarily love the compromises. So Tatiana Stringer, go for 3 months, 90 days, one small piece of the project, have it outlined very clearly what you're doing and what that person's doing and how you guys are, what I see is a struggle for who thinks they're the boss, Tatiana. So you guys have to decide who's going to take leads when and who's going to take direction when. Okay, that's what I'm seeing, Tatiana. Okay, we did that. Okay. If you like a reading with me, head over to YouTube or Psychic Zaya. You have the option of getting getting a spirit message, or you have the option of asking a specific question. Also, guys, I wanted to start theming out these $25 readings because I know sometimes people don't have new questions. So what do you guys think about me doing a 1-card tarot card pull just to see what the messages from tarot? That's one idea. The other idea is I wanted to start, I went back to LA the other week to like get stuff out of my storage and stuff. So I was able to get some of my cards, my tarot cards. So what do you guys think of doing like a past life reading? Are you guys interested in $25 past life reading? I pull one card and just see what aspect of your past life wants to speak to you and how it's affecting you today. You guys can let me know if past life reading is something you're interested in. Okay, Tawana, yeah, DM me and remind me that I said I'm going to give you a spiritualist in Atlanta. Okay. And that's the same thing too okay, Jazz. So you guys, if you say yes to the past life reading or one card, or you like me pulling the cards, let me know and just say, okay. Thank you, Asia. You're welcome. You're welcome, Tatiana. You guys, please make sure you're sharing this with your friends. Share the live with your friends. Text people. Say, hey, come on. This girl's reading on YouTube. Come on live. Jazz past life. Okay, cool. Come on in. I got to figure out how to make YouTube pop. I'm so tired of these platforms, but it's like every year it's like, oh God, another platform. I mean, I should have been on YouTube though, but I was in my head about it, and Instagram was treating me very well. Okay, Vonnie, another past life reading. Thank you. Until it wasn't. So one thing I've learned as a business owner is don't wait for a platform to treat you badly. Like, I used to be on Facebook, and then Facebook started getting funny. So I moved to IG. Asia says, I've been doing your psychic toolkit to better build my psychic gifts to where I can read people. Wonderful, Asia. Asia, get the Osho. This is for Asia. Get the Osho Oracle deck and the African Goddess deck by Abiola. So while I've got a breather here, so this is for Asia. Yeah, I saw you bought the toolkit. That's what's up. Yes, I'm game for a past life reading too. Those are always fun information. The angels, ancestors readings, everything. I will still think about it. Oh, thank you. Tatiana, was that a phone angel ancestor reading, or was that like, I am going to do some ancestor readings, but I'm a, what is it called? I am a, the way I do my ancestor readings is called, basically I bring in information that you can kind of approve, you know what I mean? So I'm going to have to do that as probably like a Zoom. It'll be a little bit more money. Okay. Tawana says, I need that now. Okay, so Asia, here's the deal. So I want you to work on the toolkit, but I also would suggest picking up a pack of Oracle decks. And the reason why I say those two Oracle decks is because what I like about Oracle cards versus tarot cards, the traditional tarot cards has a lot of information and details on it, and it can get a little convoluted when you're trying to read. But an Oracle deck works really well in enhancing the intuition because you pull a card, you look at a word, and then you feel into the energy of the card and the word as to what it means, and then you can look at the book as well. So if you want to move a little bit faster, Asia, you can work with Oracle cards as well, especially if you're working visually on YouTube or Instagram or whatever, which I recommend, even Twitch. This is for Asia, or anybody who wants to do readings. Then having cards is very visual. Because I'm such a good reader, people don't get bored, and I'm a good entertainer and I can talk. I have the gift of gab. People don't get bored hearing me give these readings, and everybody listens to other people's readings because there's always something for them to get out of it. But if you're doing like YouTube, people like the visuals of the cards. Oh, all right. Great, Tatiana. Wonderful. Yes, Pierre. Are you still doing readings for loved ones that have passed? Pretty much. I'm going to be doing them in a group setting. I'm just not doing phone readings at all. It's just too taxing on my body. And it's like when I was doing phone readings, I couldn't do anything else. I didn't have a personal life. My weight was insane. I felt horrible, if I'm honest, so I can do a past life one. Yeah, Asia. So Asia, you get what I'm saying? There's another deck too you should get called the damn, what's the name of this deck? Let me go get it. I'm not dressed up, you guys. So I think it's mostly ladies on here. The Sacred Symbols Oracle deck. This is a really good. Okay, Paige, Asia, that's great. The Sacred Symbols Oracle deck. Oracle deck by what's this child's name? By Marcella, because you have a hand for this is for Asia. You guys know I love talking about psychic stuff. So Asia, you have a hand for reading symbols. You actually were one of the people that helped create the Egyptian alphabet. This is for Asia. So getting this deck, it will be really good for you. I'm going to read from this deck one day. I'm going to do a live with these. So you can just see. This is for anybody who wants to see this deck. I love Marcella. She's in the US, an American woman. But like these symbols, it's so when you deal with Oracle decks, you see how simple they are, but so powerful, and it like allows your intuition to flow a different way. So this deck has been used. Y'all see these cards. I love when my decks kind of get like this sometimes, where I've just used them so much. Like this deck has traveled around the world with me, and I have an extra one. Well, if you ever find a deck you love, buy 2 of them and keep the other one wrapped up in the box, so you always have a backup. Because sometimes things don't get printed again. Pretty much says it's vintage. Yeah, at this point, I've had this deck, probably over 5 years now. I think it's been over 5 years because I bought it during the pandemic when I was living in LA. That's when I discovered her. I discovered this dope ass crystal store, which I cannot think of the name right now. But yeah, it's vintage at this point. And I think she's bought out another one with nature spirits or something. AI is taking over a lot of jobs, Tawana, but you can still teach people how to use AI. You can teach these organizations, and these organizations are paying $2,500 to $3,000 just for 1 hour. I saw one girl, Black woman, not even 30, said that she made $13,000 for 90 minutes of her time. She was on LinkedIn. She was like, baby, okay. Oh, pretty meet you. Okay, good. So AI is taking over every job if they have it their way. Okay, Tiffany, number 6, I see you. Thank you. Question 6, do you see me staying long at my due job as an admissions specialist at the psych facility? Can you tell someone? Yes, Jazz, I can tell if someone is psychic. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I can tell that very easily. Question number 6 for Tiffany. So Tiffany, the question becomes, what's long? I see you doing about 6 to 12 months, Tiffany, and then you finally move to a place that's still medical, but it's not. You move to a place that's energetically better for you, Tiffany, because this place, the energy there, you're going to be coming in with questions next week like, well, girl, you told me about the energy, but I didn't really believe you, but I see now. So, Tiffany, you need to take salt water baths every time you leave. You need to have sage or Palo Santo, Tiffany, and you need to sage and Palo Santo yourself before you go in the building. I would do sage or I'm not sage, Palo Santo. Sage kind of smells like weed sometimes to some people. So get some Palo Santo spray and try to cover your head with headbands, Tiffany. That's going to be a hard way to go for someone as it's because it's energetically, that's going to be a lot on you. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. So Tiffany, I see you saying 6 to 12, maybe at the most 18 months. It looks like in 6 months you move anyway, Tiffany, like you actually stay with that organization, but I think you move to another division or another department. Okay. But an admissions specialist, Tiffany, what you're going to have to do is make sure that people aren't trauma dumping on you. So get you some black tourmaline crystals and wear that around your neck, because people are going to be coming and telling you all kind of sad ass stories. And nobody has time for that. Okay. You're welcome, Asia. Happy to help. Asia, just make it happen, man. It's not hard. I mean, I see readers on YouTube, because they do it differently. I'm like one of the few readers that can read live like this as fast as I read it. I'm gonna say I may be the only damn one. I really haven't seen anyone do this, and I've been doing this. Tatiana, have you seen anybody be able to read live like I have, without cards and stuff? Tatiana, have you seen that? Because Tatiana used to do readings. She's spiritual. Thank you, Tawana. Make sure you guys are telling your friends and family. Come on and join me. Want to get these numbers up. I like how cozy it is. It's nice and cozy, but I would like to get the numbers up. If you're over on IG, come on and join me over on YouTube so that you can ask your $25 question. Vonnie says no, she hasn't. Okay. I'm just resting my voice. Okay, Asia. Asia, so you can make your own symbol dictionary, Asia. So when you draw those symbols, when you start to draw those symbols, say, Spirit, what does this symbol mean? And then but tell them to give you a word or a feeling, not another symbol. So they should give you like sweet, or you should feel like light or love, Thank you, Tatiana. Okay, cool. Thank you, Jazz. So, and what you do is, Asia, you put together a notebook and you start to draw the symbols and then give them a word, okay, or a feeling. So, like a lot of times when people would call me, they would be like, "Oh, should I go into this career? Do you see it being lucrative?" The angels would show me coins, gold coins, and the most they would show me is 5. So, if someone got 3 gold coins, that tells me that 3 out of 5 gold coins. Though it doesn't sound like a lot to the person on the phone, I was like, "Oh yeah, that's really good for you." But if it was no money, I would sometimes get half a coin or no coins. Okay. So I was like, oh, that's my symbol from Spirit on money. But also, Asia, you can tell Spirit what the symbol is. So you can draw a symbol and say, hey, Spirit, show me this symbol when I need to know this. Yes, no, bye, hello, the person's cheating, they're no good for you, or don't take that job, danger, or green light, green light, green light, soulmate. Like tell Spirit what you want that symbol to mean. Okay. Okay, wonderful, Asia. Thank you, my darling. Yeah, I'm trying to come here more and more. I'm in the process of like just, this live will be saved. All my lives are saved. So you can go on my YouTube channel. All the lives are saved. They're all there. Okay, if you guys don't have any more questions, I'm probably going to pop off. I'll hang out for another 5 minutes or so. If anybody's coming in from IG, just send me a message. Hey, I'm coming in from IG. I've been on here hour 23. Okay, Shimmer C, thank you. Oh, there's a delay on YouTube. Yeah, this delay. Yeah, the delay on YouTube is serious. Shimmer C, go ahead and pop in your question to PayPal, the tiny URL. Here you go. That's for Shimmer C. Okay, Brown Chimeri, is that you, Shimmer C? Shimmer C, are you Brown Chimeri, or whoever Brown Chimeri is? Come on through. Okay, Shimmer C, I think you're Brown Chimeri. Go ahead and drop in your first question, my darling. Um, If you're just joining me on Instagram, I'm doing live $25 readings over on YouTube. Hi, Awake. Hello, hello, hello on Instagram. Come on over to YouTube. I'm going to be over here for about just 5 more minutes and then I'm going to go. No, Shimmer C, you dropped the question right here on YouTube. Drop it right here on YouTube, my darling. And it's just one question, Shimmer C, okay? You can ask the question, like if it's a love question, you can say, hey, I'm dating RJ. Do you see it going anywhere? If it's a career question, hey, I'm a nurse. Do you see something happening with my job, the good or bad? If it's a travel question, hey, I'm thinking about, relocating to this country or this city. Do you see that doing well? Hello, Awake, over on IG. Come on up from IG over to YouTube so we can give you a question, answer your question. Okay, Shimmer C, great. Shimmer C, can you give me insight into my move to Texas? I'm stressed. So Shimmer C, what I'm seeing, Tatiana, I see question number 2 for you. Shimmer C, what I'm seeing, again, guys, you have the option of getting a spirit message or asking a specific question over here on YouTube, Psychic Zaya. So Shimmer C, you're kind of you're taking on too many things at one time. So Shimmer C, what I would see is pace yourself a little bit more. The other thing I'm seeing, Shimmer C, is you seem to have a lot of things in your place where you live now, or there just seems to be clutter. I don't know if you have a storage unit. So what you might want to do, Shimmer C, is if you just have too many things to sort through, is you just take everything if you can, right? If it doesn't cost you too much, put it in a box, like put things in a box and just label like papers from college I have to sort out, old shoes, bags, and clothes I may need to throw out, right? Put that shit in a box, label it, and then deal with it when you get to your new place. When you get to your new place, put all that stuff in one room. Don't spread it around the house. Put it in one room. If that's the garage, if that's an extra bathroom, if that's an extra bedroom, okay? Shimmer C, and then over time, give yourself 4 months and open one box per day. Clear it completely. If it's trash, if it's going away, if it's going, you know what I mean? So that's what's happening. The other thing I'm seeing, Shimmer C, is that you're actually trying to still have a very active social life in the middle of this very big move. So people are stopping by, they're popping in, they want to hang out. And you're like, yo, I'm trying to pack, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to take care of the kids in the house and my job. So you're going to have to slow down your social life, Shimmer C, where you maybe say to people, hey guys, I'm only hanging out on Fridays. Meet me at this bar on Fridays, or if you're coming over here, you're going to have to pack something. So that's what's happening. But you get there on time and you get there well. Hi, Soul Vibration. Thank you so much. You come on in here. Soul Vibration, how did you find me, my darling? Yeah, you pay over there at the tiny URL and then you drop your question and tell me your name on PayPal. Okay, so Shimmer C, we did your question number 1. Number 2, we're going for Tatiana for number 3 for Tatiana. Okay, Tatiana says, okay, so I'm dating KR. Do you see it going anywhere? Is there potential here or keep sowing my wild oats? So you and KR get along really. Tatiana, the thing is with you have such a sweet vibration. So I really don't see where you're gonna have a whole lot of issues with a whole lot of people ever. You know what I mean? Like you don't have like I'm one of those personalities that it's like I'm a little bit polar. Like when I'm on and being cool and funny and shit like that, everybody loves me. But when they get to see like me for real, it's like, oh, this girl is kind of polarizing. Because I'll be like, no, like I went out with someone a few weeks ago and we were trying to find somewhere to eat, and she was saying no to all the things I was saying yes to, but she was like, oh, I don't know. And when she would say something, I was like, I don't want to eat that shit. So it's like, and we're both from New York, so I was like, whatever. I'm not one of those like soft women unless I'm playing a role or something. Like one of those soft women that's like full of shit and be like, instead of being like, yeah, this is my truth, I'll be like, oh no, well, I'll just be like, nah, fuck no, I'm not doing that. So I say all that to say with you, Tatiana, because you're really nice and sweet and kind of easy to get along with, you're never going to have anyone that's just terrible in any area. But this person, I just see you're passing time with KR. Keep going out there, keep dating, but be honest about what you got going on, Tatiana, okay? Okay. Tawana, honey, you would have to send in another question. You would have to send in another one, okay? So Tawana, please pay again, and I can answer that question about your daughter. Okay. Okay. Oh, thank you, Soul Vibration. Okay, great. Follow me, and I've gotten meetings from you plenty of times. Thank you, Soul Vibration. What's your real name, my darling? Yes, you can get along with everyone, Tatiana. That's a gift, You do get along. I really don't get along with people like that, especially since I healed my childhood trauma, stopped my people pleasing. I'm grown as fuck now. I'm a certain age. I just really, I don't think I get along with most people. I thought I was like, oh yeah, everybody likes me, and I'm good with everyone. No, you're not. I don't like most people, and they don't like me. Fuck it. All right, Letitia, soul vibration. Okay, so I see you, Tawana. You sending your second question. Thank you so much. Or your third question. Okay, Tawana, this is your third question. Go for. All right, so I see you said, why is my daughter drinking so much and fighting with me? Hmm. The energy in here tonight is very soft. There's a lot of like high vibrational feminines in the energy tonight. Thank you, ladies, and those with high vibrational feminine energy. Even on IG, like it's very soft, it's very feminine. This is wonderful. The vibration is very nice. Like I normally am like exhausted by this time, but it's like I feel like a nice, like soft float. Soul vibration, go ahead and pay and then drop your question. So let's see here. Tawana. Tawana, you definitely got to DM me on IG because I want to give you a particular spiritualist. How old is your daughter, Tawana? I saw Tawana. Thank you. How old is your daughter, Tawana? This YouTube feedback. If you're on IG, come over to YouTube. I'll be here for another 5 minutes answering questions, $25 at a time. Come on over to YouTube. I'm answering questions. I'm YouTube at Psychic Zaya. Where you pay, I'll drop the PayPal link. I'm not answering questions on IG. I'm just funneling you guys over. Tawana, how old is your daughter? I guess feels like she might be 21 or 25 or 17. Tawana, I'm going to go ahead and answer your questions because it's coming in now. Tawana, definitely DM me because I want to give you the spiritualist because I definitely feel like there's some foul play happening in the back end. This is for Tawana, where there might be some people kind of throwing an evil eye on you. Tawana, there's definitely like, I feel like people throwing evil eye on you, and so it's causing disruptions in the home. But seems like to me your daughter has two things happening. One, she may be trying to deal with an assault that happened to her when she was younger that you may not know about, and she's trying to cope with that. So one to one, I'm seeing people throwing evil eye at you in your home. So it's like it's causing disruption. But your daughter, I feel like, is trying to cope with an assault that happened to her. It feels like maybe 5-6 years ago, or when she was 5 or 6 years old. And also with your daughter, she's kind of hanging out with some folks that are into some heavy shit. Tawana, she's hanging out with some folks that are into some wild stuff. So you're gonna have to really get with her. Okay, Tawana, yes. Tawana, DM me on IG, which is at Psychic Zaya. Okay, just DM me over there. Okay, soul vibration. Are you Letitia? Yeah, you said you're Letitia. Okay. Okay. Soul vibration, you said your name. Okay. All right, come on and drop your question in, Letitia. I appreciate you. Okay, Letitia wants to. So, Letitia, where are you located? Can you tell me where you're located? I want to go deeper for you. Okay, you're in Virginia. Great, thank you. Let's go deeper for you. I ask the highest angels to come in and light the tab here. In high vibration. So thank you for the high vibration protection. All evil eyes send their return to sender and bind them against me. Bind them to them damn selves. Okay. Ooh, soul vibration, Letitia, baby. It's a good message. I see a message from Roval Bernie. You'll help me host, Tatiana? That would be great because I need some help because people have been asking me to do retreats for years. I'd be like, I don't know. I do need help. I need more help. I need something because it's hard. I also just realized there's been a lot of people doing witchcraft on me for, maybe my whole life. I just realized that in the past couple of months. So, when you're 144 chosen one, motherfuckers want to come at you. But then you're not on my level. There's nothing, you can slow me down, but you can't stop me. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Tatiana, DM me. Let's talk about it. Let's do something. Let's talk about it. Soul vibration. Oh, this is a powerful message. Soul vibration. This is a powerful, powerful message. Please make sure you watch the replay. Soul vibration, you are coming, this Letitia, you are coming into your power, mama. Your ancestors are here. I got like 10, 20 people with me. These are all your ancestors on both sides. Soul vibration, you are supposed to be a spiritual leader, a spiritual speaker. You have serious spiritual gifts that want to come in, but soul vibration, I don't know if you're really religious or really busy with life, but you're like kind of ignoring it. So your ancestors are going to push you into your spiritual power, soul vibration. I mean, your name tells me that you are kind of, you're definitely tapped in, but I don't know if you're thinking about working in this space professionally, whether that's a tarot reader, a pastor, but you are supposed to be a spiritual entrepreneur, and your gifts are going to kick in really heavy soul vibration starting now, but definitely around June. There is going to be a moment of healing chaos for you, soul vibration, this summer. I want to give you my love in advance, because there's going to be something that really rocks your world, an event. But this event is supposed to trigger you into a greater level of your awakening. So soul vibration, I'm going to give you some resources that you should definitely pick up. My psychic development toolkit over on bookazaya.com. And then Soul Vibrations, get this book as well. It's called Cindy Dale's, if you can get it, if you can still get it, Cindy Dale's The Intuition Guidebook. Okay, good. Soul vibration, thank you. So soul vibration, that's the message, mama. Robo Bernie, come on in. Whoever that is, come on in, Robo Bernie. You are soul vibration. You are moving into your powers. I mean, serious powers. I'm glad you found me. Your ancestors wanted to make sure you did find me. You said you follow me already, though? No, I don't think so. Pretty much said she felt that. Yeah. You're welcome, soul vibration. Soul vibration, you should be wearing a lot more white, peach, gold, and get you a piece of amber. They call it a crystal, but it's really just resin. Get you a piece of amber's soul vibration, wear it as a ring, and then wear it as a necklace, and keep that on you at all times for protection. And you should start to learn some of the Psalms soul vibration, the ones that are really good for protection. I think it's Psalm 91 and Psalms 23. And say those at night. Say those at night before you go to bed. Okay. Everybody, so the astral realm is getting busy. It's been busy, but it's getting busy. And what I mean by that is that, as a collective, we're awakening. These eclipses are coming, a lot of cosmic changes. There are people who are very aware that the human race is opening up to our ancient future gifts, where we're going into our spiritual powers. But while that my team is guiding me right now. I have to choose what I say carefully. While we are awakening and we don't know that leaves room and opportunity for those who are aware of what's happening for them to go into the astral realm and do a lot of things. So okay, Tawana, she's 31. Yeah, Tawana, I left you the message, so the message still stands. The message still stands. Okay. You you need to learn how to protect your energy in the astral realm. So one of the things you can do is, when you say your prayers at night, just say, astral body, I am protected in the astral body. I'm protected in the astral realm and in the physical realm. Astral body, always return to me when I awaken, and don't take anything from anybody in the astral realm. Okay. Whatever you got or answers you want to tell me. Okay, Robin, that's great. Thank you so much. You want a spirit message? Again, you have the option of a spirit message. You have the option of asking direct questions. I'm gonna hang out another 5 minutes. I keep saying that. I keep like 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Okay, Art Candice, where are you from, my darling? Where are you located? Robo Bernie. Okay, Art Candice, you're Robo Bernie, right? Confirm that for me, and just tell me where you're located. Since we have a little bit more time, I can go a little bit deeper. Opeka, Alabama. Okay, great. Opelika, Alabama. Wow, I haven't heard that before. There's so many small towns around the world. It's amazing. Okay, are you by the water, Candace? So let's see. What are your answers? I want you to know. So speaking of that, so Candace, you need to meditate in nature. Candace, you need to meditate in nature. You are connected to the spirit, the elemental world, the nature spirits. You should be working with gypsy energy. And what I mean by that is working with like the fairies and the gnomes. Get to know the elementals and start working with the nature spirits. Go and find you a tree that you really love, even if it's in a park, and sit there barefoot and ask the tree to give you downloads. You are moving, you yourself are also moving more into your expansive powers as for Candace, and nature is going to be your teacher and your guide. So as often as you can, Candace, and if you have space in your home, get a lot of plants, if you don't already, in flowers, and sit and meditate with them and ask them to give you messages and downloads and protection. Also, Rovell, you should, thank you for that. You should get a piece of aloe and a piece of cactus and have it on your bedside table when you sleep, because the plants want to protect you. So Rovell, in a past life, you were like a plant goddess, a plant channel, like you were able to channel messages from nature. Like you were one of the people that helped the human race build Earth so that we would know how to eat on Earth. That's really powerful. So, humans started to learn about fruits and the different trees and how to move on the earth when we first got here, because there were other spirits that were downloading messages. And Rovell, you were one of the spirits helping the first group of humans to live well on the earth. So your ancestors are asking for you to go back and start to get with that. You should, if you've been thinking about taking up a herbalist diploma or certification, Rovell, you should definitely do that. You should definitely do that. Okay, that would do really well. I'm trying to figure out why my eyes look kind of glassy on this side, but not over here. Okay. Ba 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 da 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 da. This thing. If anybody has any more questions, come on over. Or oh no, I don't know who's. You're welcome, Rovell. Okay, I think I'm gonna come on out of here because it's hour 42. So like right now I'll be really up and like all my energy, and then tomorrow I'll be like, if I go too long. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys soon. I will probably come back and do a past life reading. Maybe we'll do for Friday. Oh, Asia. Okay, Asia, if you DM me that, I will tell you, okay? I will tell you. Just DM me that question. You guys are wonderful. Thank you. The replay will be up in a moment. Thank you. Peace. Night, night, everyone.